Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Please be joined by Eli Carpenter of Oxford Football. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
No problem. So I know that the season came to an end this week. I know obviously not the way that you wanted it to end, but obviously a year that everybody's going to remember for a long, long time.
Yeah, obviously, losing your last game is an outcome that only, one team doesn't feel in the Division One level. So, it's either you win it all or you lose. And, obviously you'd want to win the whole thing, but I'm just glad I got to play another game and play, win a playoff game and go to another one with my team.
Yeah. So, remind everybody what position you play and stuff.
I play receiver and safety.
Okay. So just like what's it like just playing both sides of the ball and all that fun stuff?
Yeah. Playing receiver was definitely and playing safety was a big jump. My junior year, made the switch in the summer from quarterback to receiver. And getting used to the offense was very hard. I had to, doing it waste my entire junior year learning like the playbook and everything. So I didn't play a lot. And then having to jump up to just not starting on offense, but also starting on defense after, haven't playing any defense really my entire life was definitely a really hard jump to do, and I'm just glad that my coach had faith in me to do it.
Yeah, obviously I know this school and your family. Obviously, I know you have siblings that have played this for this program and stuff. So like what's that like to the accomplishments that your older brother did and all that fun stuff and now you've gotten a chance to do it.
Definitely not just trying to, fill their shoes, but to just, do a little bit more than they were able to do. It's definitely some hard circumstances to do. Um, but I mean, it's just something that as the youngest brother, you kind of just have to try to be better than them, and if not, just try to be just like them.
Yeah. So obviously I know that most people would know your family for baseball, but
Yeah.
and we'll get to that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But football on the football side of things, this is obviously I think a lot of people know what your future plans are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we'll get to those in a minute too. But to know that to play your last season of football competitively, what was that like for you just to go out and take the league and where not a lot of people thought you could. What was that like for you to get a lot of big wins against a lot of really good teams?
I mean, I would say a big thing about Oxford in this past couple years, we've done a really good job of like battling adversity, not letting the outside talk get to us. And just being able as a senior to just go out there, and just say, "This is my last season. I'm gonna put everything on the line." And it was able to. A lot of us were able to just go out there and play football like we always have been, without any stress of letting anybody from the outside do it. And when you play like with no stress and no fear, wins just start piling up. So it was definitely a very good season for us.
Yeah. What will you most remember, and what will you most remember from this year?
From this year, I'm most gonna remember the conditioning we did after losing to Ike game one. Uh, we did a lot of running and a lot of people threw up. So it's kind of just, a memory that I won't forget. And we ended up going in our next game and beating a really good Harper Woods team. So that's just a moment I won't forget.
Okay. Um, what does football mean to you?
Football was definitely a sport that I could always rely on to like just lose stress, just to to just go out there and just play fun and be a kid again. And I obviously it's something that I will always love, and it's definitely something I'm gonna miss dearly when I'm older.
Yeah. So obviously I know your year is not quite over just yet. Um, but it is on you obviously I know you're getting ready for a baseball season.
Hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you play a winter sport or no?
I do not play a winter sport. No.
Okay. So baseball coming up is it's gonna be a big year. Obviously, you know where your future is
Yeah.
going. Of course, obviously, if you can't tell by the shirt he's wearing, it's you're committed to Saginaw Valley State to continue your baseball career
Hmm.
next year. What is that like going to be for you to know that, I know you have one more year of baseball left, but now to know you're going to continue your baseball career past high school.
I mean, this kind of the same feeling I had for football. Once I committed, it was now there's no stress of trying to, I have to, commit by a certain time. I'm able to just go out there and play my style of baseball or football and, just playing with no fear, no stress. It's going to make me elevate my game even more.
Yeah. So how excited are you for this coming year?
I'm very excited. I know we got a lot of guys coming back, and I mean, it's just same thing as football. This is you just got to make it. This is our year. Just everything on the line.
Yeah. And then finally, just what's it you know what's it going to take to have a successful year this year?
I would say something that's gonna have to, be successful is everybody has to buy in. You can't have, two people just riding the coattails. You gotta have everybody all in and everybody, trying their absolute hardest. And everyone's, the guys that are working their butts off got to pick up the guys that aren't working as hard, and get everybody on the same level, and it's just gonna all go up from there.
Okay. All right. Well, Eli, thank you so much for the time as always, and best of luck this baseball season.
Thank you so much for having me.